If you watch the video for a bit further, you'll realize that the upcoming footage of my face has a really low FPS, but it did happen to make me look like a found footage NPC for a bit, so that's pretty cool. TDX's introduction is awful, and I don't mean that in a harmful way, but I do want to state that currently, TDX's introduction is arguably worse than Anime Last Stand or any of those other anime slot games. It doesn't help new players get into the game, it doesn't hook any new players, etc, etc. And when a new player joins, they'll probably just play the tutorial, maybe be easy mode, and then they'll think to themselves, wow, this game is kinda boring, before leaving. Now you might be saying, but I never faced that issue, I love TDX from the start. And while some people may mean that genuinely, others might actually mean, I came here because I was a John fan and I love the game because of John, and then I eventually actually loved the game. This is one of the problems with TDX's introduction, as John was essentially the reason why most people got into the game. But now, John's channel is slowly starting to fall, so without a good introduction of its own, the game won't be getting any new players anytime soon. Now, let me elaborate on the slop over TDX statement from earlier, and to start, I want to discuss early game in Anime Last Stand versus TDX. Anime Last Stand has one thing that TDX does not have, a hook. A hook is something that's required for almost all media, and yet TDX does not have one by itself. Hell, if it weren't for this video, having a hook, you wouldn't even be watching till this far. So guess what Anime Vanguards, and Anime Last Stand for that matter, have? If you said a hook, you're absolutely right, but more specifically, they have gambling is the single greatest hook on and for the Roblox platform. It's easily the most engaging and powerful of them all, so you might try to deny it, but quite frankly, it is the truth. If you just so happen to use your free gamble alongside the massive amount of gems you get by beating the start of the game to gamble and win big on a tower that's unique or very interesting, congratulations, you're now hooked onto the game and will proceed to play the game further because you feel special about yourself and you want to check out all of the new towers that you've just obtained. But now let's look at TDX. You're first thrown into a boring tutorial, then you maybe play easy mode, which you likely breeze through, normal stuff, and that's it. That's your so-called hook right there. Quite frankly, there is none. Maybe except for Dr. Xenon saying that she'd look forward to seeing us on the battlefield. Sure, you'll get an achievement or something, maybe you'll get a bunch of gold, but there's never anything super interesting to look forward to using. After all, the tutorial doesn't show an ounce of what the game is actually capable of. Additionally, if you think about anime slot games in general, there's always some kind of general progression you can aim for or see in your eyes. Every player of these slot games thinks about getting Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or something of the sort, right? But TDX never shows off its potential, and many other games have this problem as well. If you have a great game that's boring at the start, why keep playing? That's why
so many of the underrated games on my front page that are recommended to me
never get seen ever again, because I play them for a couple of minutes, but there's no hook, no good introduction, and it doesn't showcase any of its potential, so I never want to come back and play it again. That's why I believe TDX should recommend a challenge, such as TB normal mode, the moment the player completes the tutorial or beats easy. It will not only showcase TDX's potential with its preset loadouts, but it could also be linked to giving an event tower to the player, such as Commander, a hook to keep players coming back to check out said tower. After all, Tower Battles Commander is no joke and is one of the most unique and engaging towers to boot.